Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. That's Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and I'm Tyler Merkovich. Week 5 of the NFL season is upon us, and the Oakland Raiders are at Houston. Raiders beat the Texans last year at home. Now they got to go to Houston, and the Raiders are an abysmal offensive team. Houston's offense is there. They dropped the sorry one to Jackson they should have had. That pass interference call at the end of the game, offensive pass interference call inside the 5 was controversial. They really need a win here to stay with the Colts. And the Raiders, they got to win a couple of weeks ago, but how can they win here down in Houston?
Keys to victory for Oakland, you have to get pressure on Schaub. That is going to disrupt that whole offense. Schaub has looked real good the last 2 weeks because he's gotten in a rhythm. Drop back on his last step, his third or fifth step. That ball is coming out there. He's found his targets. He's hitting them in stride. He's looked awesome the last 2 weeks. So you have to get pressure on Schaub. 2, that running game for Oakland has to be explosive to carry that passing attack. McFadden, you can't fumble. Once again, you can't fumble. Bush, you got to learn how to finish. That running game is going to have to carry the offense because right now with Jamarcus Russell's inaccurate throwing and the receivers' inability to get open, they can't pass the ball right now, and they're struggling. So running game is going to have to carry them. Offensive, discipline for the Raiders. Number 3, no false starts, no holdings, no offsides on defense. Stay disciplined, these guys, to give yourself an opportunity to play. Now, if you're going to throw the ball, you can have some success against Houston's secondary if you stay away from Dante Robinson, who's looked outstanding.
They're 18th in pass defense. That is Houston. But Matt Schaub, Andre Johnson, this team really needs to run the ball more. The 30th, just over 70 yards per game. They need to give Schaub a break, even though he's playing pretty good compared to that first week against the Jets. What are your keys to victory for Gary Kubiak? And you know a lot of people picked Houston to have a breakout season. They really need to get it going. They can't drop games like last week. I mean, Jacksonville, they played well, but still, Houston, more expectations, got to win those close ones.
If Chris Brown holds on to the football, doesn't fumble in the end zone, we're not even having this conversation. So, keys to victory for Houston, number 1, get that running game going. You saw some success last week. They started to have a little bit of breakthrough with Steve Slayton. He has some run lanes to run through. That has to pick up this week against Oakland, whose defense took a step back last week as Denver was able to gouge these guys in the run game. 2, take your chance with Andre Johnson. Move him all over the field. He's probably going to be locked up against Asamoah. So that's a really good match. That's one of the premium matchups I want to see this week. Also, the battle of the tight ends. Can Oakland cover? You look at Morrison and Howard covering
Owen Daniels,
and
underrated.
And you look at Zach Miller for the Raiders as well too.
Get up the seam.
Yeah, Cushing, those guys is going to have to stop Zach Miller. So again, 3rd, pressure Jamarcus Russell, Mario Williams. Time to peek your head up. Okoye, you're going to have to get back there in the backfield, be disruptive as well too, because you're going to have to stop Oakland's run. That's their basic offensive attack. Stop the run. I like Houston in this game.
I like Houston also. Oakland needs more leadership at the wideout position. They need Chad Shillings to get back in the lineup.
That's killing Oakland right now.
Jamarcus Russell really needs to get his completion rating higher.
Put him in the shotgun.
Really, his accuracy needs to get a lot better. This is the 9th best pass offense, Houston. Andre Johnson, Nnamdi Asomugha. I think this game's close. Houston by a field goal.
Yeah, I like Houston as well too. I really want to see Nnamdi Asomugha
versus Andre.
That's gonna be a good matchup.
Unbelievable matchup right there. For more, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL.